How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out what is new with the most recent update. And it's a smaller update this time. It's mostly a lot of little fixes and then work in the background for a lot of new stuff that's still on its way. So let's go ahead and go through. One of the big things a lot of people have been complaining about is the extra rustles and bushes when going through, and it sounds like there might be someone else with you or other problems like that. And then sometimes it would come with you. And there's all sorts of stuff like that. They've worked on that, and it looks like it should be fixed. Then underwater items also have a cool new little thing. As you'll see, they kind of drift to the bottom. It also depends what kind of item it is. And there's bubbles that follow after it. So if you do drop something in the water, like a gun or so forth, it is much easier to find. Moving along, zip lines have had a lot of improvements as well. They've actually increased the maximum zip lines by about 35 meters there. And yeah, there's dismounts with trees on zip lines have been fixed and some other stuff like that. It's just some nice little optimizations. NPC vendor prices have had a change. Like they said, they'd be tracking it and so forth. And it tended to drop about 50% off relatively quickly in the wipe, so they've made a couple changes. The price changes now operate in real time rather than in-game time, which should work better for, players. And then the price changes now take place every 5 real hours instead of every 15 minutes in real time. So that should make the NPC vendor prices, changes and taxes, so forth, a lot better. Other quality of life stuff. Trains can bust straight through barricades, so if people try to troll train tracks, it slows you down, but it takes some health, but you can still go through them. Bike turning has been improved. The physics of the sidecar has been improved. Horses getting stuck in holes, especially around tunnels and launch sites, should be fixed. When you switch fire modes, there's a little audible sound now. And then storage adapters can be walked through. Previously, your character would get stuck on them, and this just helps with the smaller spaces we have in the actual, game. Then you can also toggle off the hurt screen, which is a new setting, and the saved code lock actually stays through play sessions, so multiple play sessions. Next up is the Shockbyte TC Skin, and we already previewed this in game, but we're going to show it to you again here in a few seconds. But as you can see, there is the Shockbyte partnership between Rust, and if you read it here, they basically spent a lot of time with this, and they're really put a lot of thought into who they were going to partner with officially for servers. And yeah, you can read all about it. There's a little story in this and that, and I think they put a lot of thought into this, and so you can go ahead and order a server of any tier, and once that's done, if you're a new customer, it says any new customer. So I don't know if you have to be new. If you're a returning customer, I don't know if that is a problem. But yeah, basically you can get this, and you get the skin by signing up through the link here on the web page, or use the SB Rust, and you can also get 25% off your first month. So yeah, they've got a cool promo going, and we'll show you the actual TC in-game here again shortly. Lastly, there are Twitch drops coming up. It's going to be the Home-Brewed, and we've got quite a few skins popping on up, which is going to be very, very cool. And yeah, they're for a bunch of just Rust creators out there. So I think that's why the Home-Brewed is the kind of key behind that, but there's a lot of people getting some awesome skins, and we'll have a video for this as we get closer. As you can see, it starts on the 8th, so we'll probably have a video for you on the 7th or the day of for that. But that pretty much covers all the stuff. Like I said, it is a small one, so let's go ahead and jump in game, take a look at the new trap, and check out the Shockbyte skin. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look and talk at some stuff that we can actually look at. And the first thing here is going to be the SKS. You guys have been waiting for information on this. I spoke to Alistair earlier today just to confirm it is staying a skin, and it is currently slated to come out in October. I believe it will be bundled with something else. I'm not entirely sure how or what, but there'll be more information on that, I guess, once we get closer to October. But yeah, it will not be a different weapon. It is just going to be a SAR skin. So yeah, how do you all feel about that? I know most people really want a new weapon, But with that, there is some news. As you can see, I pop up here on the screen, there is a tier 1 SMG being worked on. So hey, at least there are some more weapons coming along that aren't big, heavy, or, you know, rare guns. So, moving on, we have a new item, and it's this guy right here. It is the tin can alarm. And as you can see, you place it, and then you have to place a wire. And this wire, or string, whatever you want to call it, is pretty thin, and you might not be able to see it too well right at first. I mean, look, it almost pretty much just disappears depending on what the background to it is. And when you bump into it, it sets off those cans, and they make quite the noise. Now, as it's bumped into, it doesn't seem to take any durability damage, but when you do pick it up, it does lose health, as you can see right here. But the other thing that is nice about it is that if we go into here and type in alarm, you'll see that it is a workbench level 1, and it's going to require 100 wood, a rope, and 2 tuna cans. So now there's a reason to actually pick up and keep tuna cans, and you're wondering, well, okay, I mean, well, why would I want to do that? And honestly, it's because you can actually place these in monuments. Now, they will decay faster in monuments, of course, but that is something that makes these really, really useful. Alright, and if we go over here to our tier 3, we are level 1, and we scroll out, and right here below Snap Trap is the tin can alarm, as you can see. And then if we go ahead, and I actually forgot to completely put a research bench, so let's grab one real quick. And if we go ahead and toss it in there, it's going to be 75 to learn. So let's go ahead and show what I feel is the main attraction to this here, is the fact that it can work in monuments. So let's say you want to, I don't know, do some safer recycling, right? So you could go ahead and go all the way down here and, you know, place one of these along here. And then you can grab another one and another one, and you can just keep kind of placing them, you know, all along as your extra warnings as to when someone may be trying to sneak up on you. Now, I mean, the cans should be pretty easy to see, so, I mean, you want to hide them better than what I'm doing, but you get the same idea. If anyone starts to come up these ramps, it's going to send off a little noise to help let you know that something is going on and someone is creeping up on you. So, that is definitely very cool. And if you go ahead and break these, it's very loud. So it's not like you can just kind of sneak up and whack it away without, you know, setting it off. So that is one thing to consider there. You know, you want to hide it pretty well, and then, you know, or put it somewhere where it's awkward for them to try to break it or get around it. And I think that's going to be the best strategy for those. But that's definitely a really, really nice little addition to the game, I think. I would really like to see a version of this that you can set as a trap in your homes that sets off an F1 or bean can grenade or something, or both, and I hope something like that's coming. We definitely need more home defense traps, but this is a really cool little alarm that I think they've added that will add a lot of extra little strategies into a lot of people's playstyle. Alright, so lastly, we have the Shockbyte TC to take a look at, and we'll just kind of go in free fly here. And you can see the whole thing looks like a server rack. It's got like an old school phone on it and everything. Keep on. I love the little post-it notes that they always hide on these kind of skins and stuff. So definitely a really cool design. And it looks like the starting price is $14.99, but then they also give that 25% discount. So I think it comes out to about $10 or so to do the first month, which would get you this skin. So yeah, there it is, and that, well, pretty much does it, everybody. So sound off down in the comment section below how you feel about the new stuff added on with this update. What are you looking forward to that's coming out the most? The new jungle biome, new creatures, new tier 1 guns? Let me know. Always love hearing any kind of feedback you have. enjoy your fresh wipe, everyone, and stay rusty.